right now. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, go to heckmanauction.com, check it out. See how many registrations we got going on. We have over 330 for this online auction. We've got an antique carpenter's trunk that's ending in 2 minutes here. That's a really nice trunk. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Persian rug. A couple of them here. This is possibly Karaja. Primitive cranberry harvester right here. Senorita Tomasita painting. Sister Mary Tomasita Fessler, Milwaukee. And check that out. We've got a couple of them going on right here. They're both about the same size. One is at 85 and one's at 260. So let's go here. 140, 290 on the carpenter's chest and the Persian rug. $26 in this wonderful cranberry harvester. It's a double handle. Might want to check that out there. Dale Popovich. I'm Scott Heckman, owner of Heckman Auction, and we've got a whole bunch of auctions coming up all through the year this year. So check it on out. Carpenter's chest still going. 140. Minute and a half to go on that. 290 on that Persian rug. Let's go again here. Primitive cranberry harvesters at 26. Sister Mary Tomasita. That's still going. Okay, now that's at 100. Let's go again here. Wake up, it's time to bid here. I know you're waiting on the snow and everything. I've had a few questions about whether or not people can pick up later. We will have a finale up hopefully early this week, and that'll end on the second weekend of April, because there is quite a bit more to go. But this is the premiere section. This is almost all original art. Actually, I think it's all original art here, and a lot of local artists. Earl Walkenhorst, James Getz, Sister Tomasita, Carpenter's chest, Persian rug. Let's keep going on these. Still got time for you. Still have time. Persian rug, 290 now. Cranberry harvester, 26. 110 on the Sister Tomasita painting. There's 110 on one and 270 on the other. R.O. Walkenhorst birches. That's pretty nice. $50 on that. Dale Popovich, Northern Wisconsin painter right there. We've got Sandra Cashman. It's beautiful white birches and original and forest original oil on canvas. We've got an oil painting by Joanne Epke, another one right there in a Fauvist field. We also have Guy Sharon. That's 3011 Guy Sharon. That's at 470. And this was purchased by the McFarlands from the gallery. What a great piece of art right there, Guy Sharon. 470 on that. 150 now on the Senior of the Sister Tomasita. 270 on another. 170 on Sandra Cashman. Joanne Epke is about to go. A couple of them right there. Guy Sharon's are about to go. 240 on that Victorian era spoon carved dresser with mirror. We got Louise Engelbrecht. Summer Solstice, $65. The Guy Sharon's. Last chance on these. You better get going. Better get moving on these. Okay. Keep going on them. 10 seconds. Guy Sharon, 470. One more time here. The Tomasita paintings are about to go. 470 on Guy Sharon. There goes one. These are originals. Okay, the spoon carved dresser. Western ranching scene. Oil painting. This is a wonderful oil painting. We couldn't tell what the signature was. Winter Cartwright Shop. Original pastel signed Wilson. Check that out. $85 on that. 7 storybook dolls. Right there. They're all marked storybook. 200 on Sandra Cashman. The Tomasita paintings are still going. One's at 280, one's at 160. Let's go again, 250 now on this spoon carved dresser. Western ranching scene, might want to hit up that. Josefina Aguilar, folk art figures from Mexico. $22 on that. Native American original watercolor in a custom birch frame by Barry Del Beto. We got Audrey Hood Hampton. We also have Milford Zorn's watercolor painting. Milford Zorn's, good friends of the McFarlands. All right, the Tomasita painting still going, Cashman painting still going, the spoon carved dresser still going, Cartwright still going. Rocking horse, that's at 42. This is a pretty neat old rocking horse. If you didn't take a check on that, that one is an old one. That rustic chimney cupboard. It's all hand hewn. That's at 260 right there. Kurdish Kazakh rug. 40 seconds left on that. Milford Zorn's small primitive cabinet. We got the Tina box right there, the handmade Norwegian by William Schrader. 190 on that. The Chinoiserie painted antique cabinet or buffet. We also have this fine pine farmhouse drop side table. It's a very nice table. That's an old one. Might want to look at that. 200 on the Sandra Cashman. Tomasitas are still going 160 now and 280. Let's get those again one more time here. 160 and 280. All right. Victorian era spoon carved dresser. We have the Winter Cartwright shop. That's a big pastel, by the way. It's almost 4 feet long. Really cool how it has the light and the darkness in there. 350 on that Kazakh rug. Now let's go one more time. That's a big rug. Milford Zorn's about to go out at 380. Okay, primitive small cabinet with lower inner drawer. The Tina box is at 190. 220 now on the Chinoiserie antique cabinet. We've got the Berber leather fringe shoulder bag, 85. 170 on that drop side table. We've got the Native American thunder gourd. And pretty neat right there. 50 bucks on that. The Ken Draws, the Canadian acrylic painting. It's a Canadian lynx. Very nice. Denise Cook is an American artist from Bayfield, and it looks like it's Houghton Falls there. We got a Tom Hutton big leaf maple burl carved bowl there. The Tomasita paintings are still going. The Sandra Cashman's still going. Cartwright, that's still got a little time left. 350 on that Kurdish Kazakh rug. That's a big rug, 16 feet long. Let's go on that one more time. The Chinoiserie painted cabinet or buffet, that's at 260. Let's see here. We got the primitive carved bowl, 4 depression. If you got 4 doggies, you could use that for that. Pretty interesting. Bill Kingsbury, Don Shunk, 3039. This particular carved duck is fabulous. Now it's at 575. Also the chief headdress, 575 on that duck. It just jumped up right there. But it is so lifelike. This is the finest carved decoy I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of them. Very fine piece of work right there. That is 303. Let's see. Right here, 6 1/4 now on the carved drake pintail. Don Shunk, 3039. $75 on the carved bird's eye maple bowl. Primitive low table bench. We've got the carved bowl. We've got the Tom Hutton. That's about to go. It's at 110. Denise Cook, it's about to go. Thunder gourd just went out. Okay, let's see here. All right. Check it out. Kurdish Kazakh rug, 370. We've got the Tomasita painting, Studio Still Life. That's at 290. 220 on the Sandra Cashman. Okay, Chinoiserie painted cabinet, still going. Denise Cook, original watercolor, still going. Bill Kingsbury, still going. Don Shunk, 6 1/4 now. All right. It's so lifelike. This is just an amazing, amazing, amazing work of art. Each detail. Look at this chief headdress right here. Also the Mexican barrel chairs with leather and glass top table, $50. Let's go on that. Let's get a bid on that. Original watercolor or original acrylic on hand on paper by Barbara, $140 on that. Barbara McFarland Gull, original watercolor painting right there. So we get the acrylic, that's the rooster, $140. 6 1/4 on the decoy, the duck, $130 on Denise Cook, $370 on the Kazakh rug, $300 on the Tomasita painting. That's a good one. Audrey Hood Hampton, Wisconsin artist, $40 on that. Denise Cook. These are all contemporaries of the McFarlands here. Both of them have passed on. Local artist, 7 1/4 now on that Pintail Drake. You got Milford Zorn's watercolor painting. That's a $270. 3045. That is a good painting if you like that sort of thing. Milford Zorn's. All right, Red Shaman, mixed media original. I believe that's actually by Mr. McFarland. Okay, let's see. Susan Pucci, big balloon, $20 on that. Let's go one more time here. Let's go. Original pastel pink hibiscus artwork, $44. Carved ebony wood statue. It's a Tibetan one. South American oil on canvas, signed Gomez, 7 1/4 on the duck decoy, $100 on the wide slat bench, $310 on the Chinoiserie cabinet. 18 seconds left on the Senorita, or Sister Tomasita. All right, Mark Lipscomb, original, Edgecliff. Kind of a neat looking one from California, circa 1989. Well-known artist. Again there, Maxine Masterfield. This is a seascape. That's at 70. You might want to look at that. Susan Pucci, original watercolor, out of the pieces. It's got the elephants in there. $70 on the antique cranberry harvester. This actually was in one of Barbara's works of art when she did cranberry art. This exact cranberry harvester. So if that matters to you. Hand-painted Mexican animal candle holders. We've got a figural bird cache with balance scale. Check this out. See that? Right there, the balance scale fits inside this sliding case. That's at $22 right there. You might want to check that out. Maxine Masterfield original right there. Abstract Nautical. It's a big one, 36 by 28, 3 feet wide. And then we have some Majolica. It's 8 1/4 now in the Pintail Duck. 8 1/4. Wide slot top, the low bench. Painted antique cabinet or buffet. Audrey Hood Hampton. Denise Cook, $150 now. All right, Melinda Schnell. Oil on wood, original artwork. Rite of Spring. It's at 90. Red Shaman. I think this is actually John's right here. Ebony wood statue, Tibetan. 26 now. Antique cranberry harvester, still going. The cache with the balance scale. All right, and you can check it out. We've got all of the Majolica coming up. Look at these. These are very nice. 1900 Art Nouveau Majolica bud vases. These are little guys, 5.5 inch, but they're interesting. Very nice. Original charcoal pencil art, reflective thought. We got a fine wall table with book match veneer with stretcher base. Check that out. Oh yeah. Mirrored. There we go. Book match as well. So there we go on that. Okay. So I'm Scott Heckman. We're bringing you the coverage for the fine auction here. Tibetan Perak Heirloom headdress, that's at 5 1/4 now. The Naga necklace is at 150. All right, that has about 120 turquoises in it. That's 3075. It's got a couple minutes to go. The Naga necklace is 16 strand. Old beads there. Bill Kingsbury turned white birch bottle. I want to look at that. The Chinese carved stone camel. Bactrian. It's solid. I don't know. I don't think it's jade, but it's some sort of a soft stone. Not soft, but you know, literally. 9 1/4 now on the Don Shunk. Don is now 91 according to his bio, and it's so lifelike. You're not going to be able to get another one from Don. He said he's retired because he just doesn't. He can't do it like he used to. Well, can't blame him. The Bayou Banjo Frog 230 on that. The Majolica cigar holder. Majolica trays. All right. Art Nouveau Majolica bud vases. Book match veneer stretcher base. Got a Gerber stag handle. 6 1/4 on the Tibetan Perak. 180 now on the Naga necklace. Let's go again here. Let's go again. 6 1/4, 180. Got the carved stone camel. $42 on the turned white birch bottle. Large peen copper vase, woven design. This is a big vase, 13 inches in diameter, 12 inches in height. We also have the real knot with crafted owl, and it appears to say Nike number 46. Burlwood sculpture. We got a copper peen vase. It's 8 inch. These copper peen vases are very interesting. You might want to look at those. Naga necklace is at 200. The Tibetan Perak headdress is at 7 1/4 now. 1,050 now on the carved pintail duck. 390 on the Chinoiserie cabinet or buffet. Austrian Majolica humidor medicine man. That's at 80 now. There goes the Gerber knife. 775 on the heirloom neck headdress. Naga necklace is at 200 now. Let's keep her moving. Okay, 75 on the large peen copper vase. Real tree knot. Crafted owl. That one started out fast, and let's go again on that. Milford Zorns, original watercolor. San Cristobal. Might want to look at this. We have the Romero Coma, Pueblo vase, Chinese Chester trunk, hand-painted Fu lions and tigers, carved totem, that's at 190. Burton, watercolor, right there. 290 on the Milford Zorns, 160 on the Burlwood, carving, peen copper, large, 75 now. Naga necklace is at 200. 975 on the Tibetan heirloom headdress. 1,050 on the Don Shunk carved pintail duck. $1,050. Okay, with the and 975 on the heirloom headdress. Naga necklace 200. Bill Kingsbury, large peen copper vase. Two of them right there, 75 and 60. 400 now on Milford Zorns. Chinese Chester trunk, 50. Got a couple of Zorns coming up here. Bill Kingsbury, churned maple bowl. K. Lorbiecki, river otter painting on board. Milford Zorn, 6 1/4 now. We got the Robert Burridge, Cup of Joe. We got two of them right there. 19th century Majolica trays, including Etruscan. 700 now on the Milford Zorns. Okay, carved totem just went out. The Romero, Lacoma, still going. Peen copper vases, still going. 1,050 on the heirloom headdress, $11.50 on the Don Shunk. Chinoiserie antique cabinet or buffet, $11.50 on the carved pintail. Heirloom headdress, $1,050. $4.40 on the Milford Zorns. We have K. Lorbiecki, $8.75 now in Milford Zorns, the waterfall one, $9 1/4 now. Let's go again. $10.50 here on the heirloom headdress. Don Shunk, carved pintail duck, that's at $11.50. Let's go. Bring it. Here we go. All right, Scott Heckman here, bringing you the live coverage of the auction, the premier auction for the McFarlands. We will have another auction coming up. That one is in the works. We should have it posted very shortly. K. Lorbiecki, River Otter, that's at $400. $1,200 now on the Milford Zorns. Majolica Trays, $370. Robert Burridge, $370. Baker's Cabinet, $260. River Run Native American, $330 on the refectory table with 8 upholstered chairs, mid-century. 2 Royal Danish Sterling Silver Compotes, $360 on that. Might want to look at those. Carlin Holman from Washburn, $75 on that one. Mixed media Native American horse and desert painting. Royal Dalton Art Nouveau vase, circa 1910. Anita Engel, that's in a minute and a half here. So keep scrolling down here. I know there's a lot of action. $1,300 in the Milford Zorns. $440 on one of the Milford Zorns though. Here we go. Large peen copper vases. They're large. $11.50 on the headdress. $12.50 on the pintail duck. $12.50 now. Let's go again here. $1,300 on Milford Zorns. Mid-century refectory table. Royal Dalton Art Nouveau vase, $75. Carol Shupp Seabold. Woman walking. She's supposed to be pretty listed watercolor artist right there. $31.05. Might want to look at that. The Burton NWS. Woman with the red hat. Robert E. Suter, Cat Dreams. Let's see here. M. Carr original. We got $12.50 on the Don Shunk. $1,300 on the second Milford Zorns. $460 on the one that is Santo Domingo San Cristobal, excuse me. $12.50. $11.50 on that headdress. Won't find another one that nice for quite a while, in my opinion. But hey, what do I know? All right. Let's see here. Barbara McFarland, Lions, African Villagers. This is an original acrylic, so she made prints of this one. John McFarland, African Man with Cat. You might want to look at these. John was a very skilled portrait artist. $11.50 on the heirloom headdress. $11.50. $12.50 on the pintail duck. $12.50. Large peen copper vase. $4.60 on the Milford Zorns. $1,400 on the waterfall one. $4.60 on the River Otter. Robert Burridge just went out. $3.40 now on the refectory table with 8 upholstered chairs. $85. Okay. McFarland, Johns. Look at these portraits. All right, 4 Majolica plates, including Loonville, asparagus. All right, some more Majolica right there. $1,400. Milford Zorns. There goes one. Don Shunk, $13.50 now. $75 on the copper vase. Vessel, $1,400 on the Milford Zorns. All right, Robert E. Suter. Barbara McFarland, A Skelling Dream. Barbara McFarland, Green Vervet Monkey. You got the John. McFarland, it's Elsie. And the Mountain Pilot, 100. Let's go on those. The Tibetan Guidesman, Dominican Matron. 2 Majolica Footed Compotes. We got Mayan Roots, John, 3124. These are original works of art by John. Might want to look at those again. John McFarland, Pride. He's got lions right there. Then we have the Antique BN Co. Canvas Lined Cranberry Harvester. Barbara McFarland, The Bar. And so we've got more coming up. Don Shunk's, 1350. 1400 on the Milford Zorns. Just went out. Okay. I'm going to take a short break right here, and you can kind of watch. If you're on Facebook or Heckman Auction, or as you are right here, let you watch. Be right back. All right, Royal Dalton, Art Nouveau vase, still going at 110 now. Robert Suter, Cat Dreams, 34, from Woodruff, Wisconsin. John McFarland, Pride, 30 bucks. We get 75 on the Cranberry Harvester. Barbara McFarland, The Bar, original watercolor. Barbara McFarland, Over the Big Water, 2, and then Bolivian Cobblestone. Barbara McFarland, dual-sided Loon Reflections. 210 on that original work of art. From My Window, Barbara. It's at 55. We got 2 Majolica Wide Mouth Fish Planter Pitchers. Eden Brown Estate by Barbara McFarland. We have Donkeys Endangered. It's 3141 by an original by Barbara McFarland. Old Manor Millworks, original watercolor. Old Manor Millworks, that needs a bid right here, 25. We got Dominican Stallion, it's at 30, needs a bid too. We got Breckenridge Slopes. So 3142 and 3143. Get in on the bidding on those. Betty Lynch, Abstract Totems. Joanne Upke, Birch Madness. Some of the Upke stuff earlier on here sold for a lot more, so you might want to look at those. I want to check it out. Next coming up, we've got some really interesting jewelry. Some very interesting stuff. All right, we got a Frank Webb Hillside Mission. American Watercolor Society. Barbara McFarland Cave Art Horses Original. John McFarland, Mexican Madre and Elder with Cravat. Burton, NWS, National Watercolor Society. Tom Lynch, Winter Marsh. Don Andrews, Postmodern Female. Barbara McFarland, Acadian Shoreline. Studio Art Pottery, Carlin's Yellowbird Gallery from Washburn. We have another one here. And then there's this Blatchley Studio Art Pottery Castle with drawbridge. This thing is large pottery castle. It's pretty neat, really. Nepalese pendant with turquoise and lapis. Silver triple turquoise cuff bracelet. We've got a Zuni turquoise coral and onyx cuff bracelet. Ocean agate, turbo sarmaticus, excuse me. Lapis handmade pendant. We've got a Navajo sterling silver coral ring. Very, very interesting there. Navajo reversible sterling silver four-corner cross pendant. Native American silver cuff bracelet with large turquoise and accent corals. Sterling silver moose belt buckle. We've got this antique silver and brass. It might actually be gold. Monkey ring. That's an old one. And might want to look at that. We got a Tibetan coral and turquoise neckband. Native American turquoise and coral neckband. We got a Tibetan bib and a South American beaded bib necklace. Large sterling triple stone pendant with geode and a sterling Native American sleeping woman. These are all coming up here. Check out all this jewelry. It's really fantastic if you didn't see it in person. Majolica Sterling compotes. The Birch Madness. It's like March Madness, except birch. Winter Marsh mixed media artwork. It's a demo. Don Andrews. $250 on the Barbara McFarland. Studio Art Pottery Vase. Nepalese pendant with turquoise and lapis. The Zuni turquoise. Again, Scott Heckman bringing you the coverage from the McFarland Premier Auction out of Manitowish Waters. Had some fabulous stuff here. And we have over, let's see, 133 items still remaining on bid, up for bid. And just check it out. Great jewelry. Also, we do have an estate from Park Falls going on right now, the Draxler estate. Mrs. Draxler was 99 when she passed away, and has a lot of great stuff from mid-century. Large sterling silver pendant and shell pendant. Chrysocolla sterling silver ring. It's got an Aztec warrior there. Amelia Castillo sterling silver frog bracelet. She's a known artist. Charles and Marianne Poncho Zuni Eagle necklace. Blister pearl, abalone, and onyx sterling silver ring. Sterling silver turtle pendant. Vintage cherry bead necklace. That's looks Native American. Coral and turquoise necklace. That one also does too. Art Nouveau portrait necklace with marble jade beads. Pretty interesting. $3.10 on the Barbara McFarland Loon Reflections. Open range sheep, Barbara McFarland, and Acadian Shoreline, $70. Carlin's Yellowbird Gallery, we got that huge castle. Nepalese pendant with turquoise and lapis, 70 or 90. Navajo sterling silver coral ring, 65. A reversible sterling silver four-cornered cross pendant, $2.40 on the cuff bracelet, $65 on the moose belt buckle, $5 1/4 on that unusual monkey ring. Tibetan coral and turquoise neckband. All right. Chrysocolla ring. Amelia Castillo, still going. Sterling silver pendant. We got the Waltham 21 jewel Waltham Riverside pocket watch. It seemed to run pretty well. 65 on that pocket watch, $31.85. Coral necklace. We got the Navajo fox fetish necklace, modern nickel and stone necklace, fine sterling silver swan grouping pendant. That is a very, very nice piece of work. We've got a 14 karat Mabi pearl and sapphire pendant. That's pretty nice. Quite large as well. It's 14 millimeter. We got a carnelian sterling silver ring. We got a 925 sterling silver cuff bracelet dragon. Interior dragon on this. Check that out. The dragon on the inside. Oh, the work is very nice on that. 180 on that cuff bracelet. Oh my goodness. $3.30 on the loon painting, the Turbo Samarticus, and we got $2.50 on the cuff bracelet, $75 on the moose ring, $5.75 on the brass monkey ring, which I think it might be, it's silver and probably gold. It's got this notch in here, and if you check out this ring, it's pretty interesting. It's carved inside here, has a monkey coming out of there. $65 on the beaded bib necklace. $6 1/4 on that antique rig now. Let's go again. Amelia Castillo sterling silver frog bracelet. Blister pearl, abalone, onyx sterling silver ring. Sterling pendant. Cherry bead necklace. $70 on that Waltham pocket watch. We have sterling silver cuff bracelet with scrimshaw whale. The Mabi pearl. It's a big Mabi pearl with sapphire pendant. It's in 14 karat. $2.90 on that sterling silver cuff bracelet. We got a Jose Cuna Palissy Majolica lizard and butterfly. Art Nouveau Majolica oyster tray. We got a Pendleton Beaver State blanket. Celebrate the horse. We got a Pendleton Los Ojos pattern wool and cotton king size blanket, along with a couple of pillows that match. John McFarland monkeys. John McFarland original art pieces penguins. 110 open lots. Let's go. $6 1/4 on that ring now. A brass, silver and gold monkey ring. There we are. $6 1/4. 45 seconds on that. Let's scroll down to the bottom. We have the John McFarland Sandra Day O'Connor. We have a 1728 Great Britain gold 1/4 guinea from George I. Toddy Punch ladle. So it's sterling silver and a woven handle. It's at $5.25 there. Late afternoon in Siena. Barbara McFarland. We got Drum Series, Barbara McFarland, Wolf Spirit. That's a pretty neat one. Tropical Guide. Dominican Reflections, horsehair and leather-covered wooden horse. Barbara McFarland, Tiger Muskie, lured. She is Prince of that, but this is the original. It's kind of a nice one, I think, and kind of desirable up in our area here. Tranquil Lake by John McFarland. We got 2 pieces of art by Barbara, Streams and Waterfalls. So keep on looking at them. Kiefer leather horse saddle. We got a bunch of saddles coming up too. Let's go on these. Wooden stirrups on this saddle. Check out those saddles. Henry Bacon, the Open Door original watercolor. He's a known artist, American painter, passed away in 1912. So this is an old one. We got Warrior's Thoughts by Barbara McFarland. That is a big painting right there. It's large, and that's an original. Medicine Man, we got Arch Bridge. Swine by Barbara McFarland. We got Caballero. We have Holsteins by Judy Betts. Lion Series Focused. That's by John McFarland. Barbara McFarland Raven Series 11. And we got African Queen by John McFarland. So a lot of stuff from John and Barbara that you're not going to be able to get again. They're not doing any more art. Robert Eichholt. That's a studio art glass. It's pretty interesting if you look at that. Take a look when you shine a light underneath. It's a cell phone. Has all of this inside of this large egg. It's 7 inches tall. Franklin's Mother. Original Dominican pastel portrait. Colorado River Mesas. This is by Barbara. It's a pretty nice one. And it's quite large, 28 by 36, 3 feet tall. And then John's original works of art right here. They're really nice. Do Not Forget Us. Paphos. Portrait of a Friend. John McFarland's Saturn. And then Photons. Teapot. Raven Series 4.0, 210, Tree of Life, The Woodworker. We have Booney, Original Modernist. It's a triptych. We have 85 for the Cathedral. Lion Series 5, John McFarland, let's go. Tibetan Falconer, John McFarland. Omega Point, Beaver State. Let's see what we still have here. Turbo Samarticus. Silver belt buckle. We got the beaded bib necklace. Turquoise and coral. The sterling silver cuff bracelet. The dragon. We got the Beaver State blanket. Celebrate the horse. Omega Point. Cathedral. Original pastel. That one just went out. Lynx by John. Iced In and January Ice by John. Their graphite art. Booney and the Woodworker. Don't have a bid. Let's go on them though. Postmodern Abstract by John. $40. Tree of Life by John McFarland. 3216. We got the Raven Series 4.0 and the Teapot Original Pastel and Saturn. Photons. All right, well, we have more items. Do Not Forget Us. You might want to look at this. This has to do with Holocaust. B-52 Reflections, B-52 Mesas, P-51 Mustang, B-26 Marauder, Turning for Home is at 110. These are original works of art by John. Doll Sheep by John, 40 bucks. Need a bid on that. You got the Barbara McFarland Colorado River Mesas, $50. Let's go on that. All right. Mayan Maze, Fauvis Village by Barbara McFarland, 170 on that. You Called, Barbara McFarland, 110. Barbara McFarland, we have Peruvian Dreams and Viking Helmet 1. Turquoise, original mixed media, and then African Queen by John McFarland, which is some sort of a stork. 180 on that Turbo Samarticus shell pendant. Turquoise necklace, 370 on that cuff bracelet, the sterling silver dragon. Pendleton State blanket. We got Fallen Oak Maple. Kafos, original work of art by John. So, check it out. Lots of interesting stuff still here. 67 open lots. $210 on the Samarticus. Portomeo Harbor, John. Okay. Some of these originals are about to clear out here. Mission Hills, Barbara McFarland. Dominican Pastel Portrait, 75. Let's go, Robert Eichholt. Barbara, You Called, and Fauvis Village. Peruvian Dreams, Viking Helmet 1, Majolica and Art Nouveau trays and platters. Let's keep moving here. 150 on Judy Betts Holsteins. That's a really interesting looking, it's realism and surrealism all in one. The Caballero, Barbara McFarland. All right, so a lot of some fireworks here on tonight. It came down to some of the nice pieces of art that went out. Warrior's Thoughts, $50. $200 on Rocky River by Barbara. Henry Bacon, The Open Door. Original watercolor, $240 on that. Hand-tooled leather. Saddle with whip. We got a Kiefer leather horse saddle. So these saddles, let's go on these. $150 on the Kiefer. Majolica trays, $40. Majolica trays including Etruscan. Mission Cliffside, high bid for John McFarland. Barbara McFarland. Spirit of the Hunt, The Hunting Pack, Barbara. Streams and Waterfalls, and we got Tranquil Lake by John McFarland. Okay. Palm Hills Sunset by Barbara. Loving Gaze by Barbara, mixed media. It's got a little doggy there. Betty Lynch, The Pottery Seller. Then Tiger Muskie, Lured. There we are. Ocean Agate Turbo Sarmarticus. Fall Oak and Maple, original pastel. Portomeo Harbor, 50. All right, original pencil work by John, colored pencil. Mayan Maze. You Called is at $250 now. Fauvis Village, 31 seconds. So 170. Let's go here. Let's go. Lion Series Focus, John McFarland, 150 on the Judy Betts Holsteins. Arched Bridge, original watercolor. Medicine Man, Barbara McFarland. Ocean Echoes, starting at 40. Warrior's Thoughts by Barbara McFarland. 200 on Rocky River. Saddles coming up. I'll let you guys kind of look at it here for a while. All right. $190 here on Judy Betts Holsteins. Swine Original by Barbara McFarland. Arched Bridge at 50. Ocean Echoes by John. Warrior's Thoughts, you might want to get on that. That is a big painting. Rocky River, 200. Henry Bacon, The Open Door, 290. Leather Tooled Saddle. Let's go on these saddles here. '19th century Majolica Trays, Palm Leaf. Mission Cliffside by John McFarland. Barbara McFarland. Spirit of the Hunt, 44. The Hunting Pack, 30 bucks. 2 pieces, Streams and Waterfalls, original watercolors by Barbara. And then Tranquil Lake by John. That's in a couple minutes left. Campfire Cowboys. Sabertooth original pastel, that's John. Palm Hills Sunset, 40. Loving Gaze by Barbara. Betty Lynch, The Pottery Cellar, and then the Tiger Muskie Lured. Horsehair and Leather Covered Wooden Horse, 42. Dominican Reflections, let's go on that. And Tropical Guide, still going. 150 on the Drum Series. Wolf Spirit by Barbara. 575 on the Toddy Punch ladle, and then John McFarland, Sandra Day O'Connor, original pencil, like he sketched it up one time, a couple times before he had gotten what he wanted, and this is one of the sketchings right here, 140 on that. So We have 27 open lots, 280 on the You Called, African Queen, 210, 200 on the Judy Betts Holsteins, 220 on Swine, Arched Bridge at 50, that's 7 seconds left, 55 now, 310 on the Open Door by Henry Bacon, Majolica Matching Plate Set, 36, Spirit of the Hunt, 30, Streams and Waterfalls, 160 now, 75 on the Tranquil Lake, 4 pieces of Majolica, Corn and Pineapple, 65 on that, Campfire Cowboys, 80, Sabertooth is at 25, Palm Hills Sunset, $40. All right. I think this one, might want to look at this. It's a mixed media by Barbara. This is the original. Yep, might want to look at that one. The Toddy Punch ladle is at 6 1/4, 140 on Sandra Day O'Connor. Late Afternoon in Siena, 26. Italian Hilltown 2. From series Wolf Spirit, still going. Let's see, 190 on the Tiger Muskie Lured. Let's go on that. 160 on Streams and Waterfall. Majolica Matching Plate Set, 36. Arched Bridge, $60. 14 open lots, 260 on Tiger Muskie Lured. Leather covered wooden horse. Let's go on it. The Drum Series Wolf Spirit. You might want to look at this one too. This is the original. It's not a print. Barbara's original. She did make Giclée prints. 150 on this. Let's go again. 700 on the Toddy Punch ladle. 150 on Barbara. 260 on Tiger Muskie Lured. Joe Prater Campfire Cowboys. $60 in Arched Bridge. Italian Hilltown 2. 750 now on the Toddy Punch ladle. It's got a corded guinea gold coin in the base from 1728. Yes, 1728. Want to take a look at that? Right there. George the First. There we are. Real deal. They were using it, I think, in their kitchen. Caught that one. $60 in the Arched Bridge. Spirit of the Hunt, Barbara McFarland, 55. Campfire Cowboys, 90. Tiger Muskie Lured, 260. 750 on that Toddy Punch ladle. Late Afternoon in Siena, $38. We're almost home here. We got 5 open lots. This is your last chance for some of this premier stuff that the McFarlands have. We do have a finale coming up soon. So, Spirit of the Hunt, 55. 260 on Tiger Muskie Lured. 800 on the Toddy Punch ladle. Late Afternoon in Siena, 44. 280 on the Tiger Muskie. Keep in mind we do have the Draxler estate going on right now. You can check that one out online as we are. I'm Scott Heckman from Heckman Auction. Pleased to be able to bring this to you. The premier antique auction from McFarland Estate. Premier art and antique and Native American and all sorts of different things here. $280 on the Tiger Muskie Lured. It's a mixed media. $800 on that Great Britain Quarter Guinea Toddy Punch Ladle. It's almost 300 years old. Pretty interesting. $290 on the Tiger Muskie Lured. Late afternoon in Siena, 44. So I'm going to let you guys go here. Again, we will be here next Sunday. The closing, I'll show you that one real quick. The Draxler online auction in Park Falls, Wisconsin. A lot of interesting stuff. The lady was 99, Mrs. Draxler. Lived in Park Falls. A lot of years. And it's right by the Quick Trip in Park Falls. Kept her stuff really nice too. A lot of mid-century stuff. A lot of different types of art. So, check that out. Keep going on the McFarland Premier if you're in on the bids here for the last few items. Let's go. And thank you. Have a good evening, and I appreciate you watching.